It's August 12th, 2024. It was my first day of chemotherapy. It went pretty well. My wife drove me up there in the morning. I was scheduled at 9:30. So I arrived there at the clinic. I check in and I go into the patient area. There's about 3 rows of nice, comfortable seats. And once I check in, the nurse there tells me to just take any seat there. So I just chose the front row, and they had a TV show going on, so I just wanted to maybe get distracted by the TV show during this process. You can take your phone and you can listen to music, whatever you want, as long as you're not bothering the other patients in the room. So the nurse took my blood pressure, then I sit down on the couch that I wanted, and the nurse is going to connect the IV line into my port that I had implanted earlier this month. So this is, let me see, let me get up closer. So the port was inserted through here and run down to about there. There's this little device there. So the nurse connected this line here, so she had to stick me with a needle, and I was kind of afraid of that. But 1 hour before my appointment, I had to put a numbing cream around this area right here. So I think that helped, when they stuck this in here. I didn't feel hardly anything. It wasn't as painful as I thought it was gonna be. And then after that, they connected to the IV lines. Now for my treatment, they gave me fluorouracil, leucovorin, and oxaliplatin, otherwise known as Folflox or Flock. And another thing they gave me was a steroid through the IV as well. I was there for about 3 or 4 hours, somewhere around there. And once I sat down, just kind of made myself comfortable, relaxed. They administered the medication through the IVs. The first medications were the fluorouracil and the leucovorin and the steroid. And then the last one was the oxaliplatin. So the fluorouracil and the leucovorin, I didn't really feel anything weird or unusual with me. Like, they said that that you're gonna have some side effects, but I didn't really feel much there. The oxaliplatin, however, after, I don't know, about 15 minutes into it, I started feeling this tingling sensation from my knees down to my feet and then on my hands. So I think that was a side effect of that medicine, and I even asked the nurse about it, and she said it was a side effect of the oxaliplatin. But that one there, I think it took about 2 hours for that medicine. So throughout the whole process, I'm there, and there are more patients that are coming in. It's scheduled throughout the day, and so you'll see some patients come in and out. Some of them will start a conversation with others. I had a conversation with a lady from Honduras, and she's an elderly lady going through, the treatment like that. I didn't ask what specific treatment, but she was there for a treatment. And then another older gentleman on my left that was also there for another treatment. I hydrated very well the night before, so I had a lot of water. I didn't have any spicy food. It's recommended that you don't eat anything spicy or acidic. So I actually took some cantaloupe and some watermelon, so I ate that. I was drinking a lot of water at the clinic. So my treatment will be every other week. This is my first week. Every Monday of the treatment, I'll go into the office and have these 3 medications administered through the IV. But then I get to go home that same day, and I have a pump attached to my port, and this pump has the medication that it's gonna release in a time of 72 hours through Tuesday and Wednesday. Then on Wednesday, I will go back to the clinic so they can take the pump off. I don't know if they'll disconnect this line from the port, but this is the pump right here. It's just programmed to release a certain amount of the medication. I can't do any water activities, obviously. I cannot get this area wet. Sponge bath, but not shower directly because of risk of infection. So my wife picked me up and came back to the house. I ate a sandwich that she had made me. I didn't have any issues with eating the sandwich. I didn't lose any taste or appetite yet. So I just went ahead, and I'm gonna eat as much as I can, because I've heard that as you go through the chemotherapy, you may have a loss of appetite. So I'm just gonna eat as much as I can. So throughout this chemo, it's recommended I stay away from eating processed foods. And so that's kind of difficult, because everything is processed nowadays. So I'll stick to a lot of vegetables, which I was already used to, and mostly chicken and fruit. However, I have to stay away from acidic fruit. So probably won't be able to eat mangoes, which are my favorite. So there's a couple of fruits that I probably can't eat because of the acidity. I don't know how it will react with this medication. So I'm not even gonna try to find out. I'm just gonna completely avoid those for now. I felt tired when I got home, but after I ate that sandwich, felt a little energy back. And then just making the video here, it also gives me a little bit of motivation and it raises my spirit up. Also, my family kept in touch with me through the process. They're texting me and giving me good vibes, positive comments, and my wife being there with me, taking the step together is also uplifting. So that's it for my first day of chemo. I will try and keep making these videos throughout the chemo and hopefully I don't get too weak, but I'll try to maintain a weekly video to see how my chemo is going.